What's up guys, Jeremy here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about my top 6 favorite books that I've read in 2021. To be completely honest, growing up, I freaking hated reading books. I don't know if it was because I never, had interest in reading or maybe because I couldn't pay attention due to my ADHD, but I just could not read books for fun. I couldn't even pick up a book and finish it. However, recently, maybe like 4 years ago or so, I started getting this feeling of wanting more. As a young entrepreneur, I had this urge to learn, and I knew that the only way you could learn was to read books. But honestly, still to this day, I find it very difficult to pick up a book and read, physical books and pay attention. So then I downloaded Audible, and it was such a game changer for me. First, I read or listened to one book, and I actually listened to the entire book, and I liked it. That was the first time in my life that I read a book for fun and that I completed it. It was crazy. Wow. Ever since then, I've always been wanting to find more really good books that could help me grow as a businessman and entrepreneur. So in 2021, I had this goal to read one book a week, which I failed, but I ended up reading 26 books in the process, which was the most I've ever read for fun in my entire life. And I ended up learning so much, and that is why in today's video, I'm going to go over 6 books and not 5 because I just learned so much. But before we do that, all I ask is that you please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. And while you're at it, go ahead and follow me on all my other social media platforms as well. All right, thank you so much. Now let's get this video started. All right, so coming in at number 1 is Relentless by Tim Grover. This is by far my all-time favorite book. Tim Grover, the author, was the personal trainer of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, aka the 2 greatest players of basketball of all time. Relentless is 100% purely a mindset book, and in it, Tim talks about his stories with Michael Jordan and how his mindset was in basketball. Michael Jordan had a killer instinct in basketball and had such a hardcore approach to his training in the sport. Tim Grover and Michael Jordan had very similar mindsets, and this book had so much pure, raw energy that displayed their mindsets. When you think business and entrepreneurship, it really is like a sport. There's tons of competition and you have to continually train yourself. You have to be innovative and you have to practice constant discipline to better yourself and to better your business. If not, then your competition will destroy you. And it's not like you're just competing with other people. You're competing with other people, but you're also competing with yourself. I absolutely love this book for how its energy is just so in your face. It goes over numerous topics that deal with mindset, being competitive, and just doing whatever it takes to get what you want. All right, second book is Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. This was the first book I read in 2021, and I'm glad it was because it was so good and it set the bar really high, and it made me excited to read more books, which was very surprising because I hated books. The main takeaway that I got from this book, which really shook me to the core and changed my outlook on life, on business, on having a career, on money, on goals, on everything, which basically was this main point. Yes, it is possible to get rich fast, hence Millionaire Fastlane. What isn't possible is getting rich easy. That is not possible. And again, we're talking about business here. This is a business book, essentially, but kind of also mindset. But yes, this concept is all about business. Now, we're not talking about getting lucky with winning the lottery or throwing $1,000 into Shiba Inu coin and then it goes to the moon. We're talking about building a business and making lots of money fast. This concept really opened my eyes to how I view work-life balance and what is worth pursuing. And again, yes, if you have a business, if you play your cards right, it is possible to get rich fast, but you cannot get rich easy. Building a business that makes a lot of money very fast would probably not be something that can be made with ease, and especially with zero risk. My favorite part about the book was how he said that there are 3 types of people. They're the sidewalkers, basically people who chase jobs and will live paycheck to paycheck. You have the slow laners, which are people in corporate jobs who trade time for money. They'll play it safe and they want to retire when they're 65. Then you have the fast laners who are willing to take risks to build businesses that create passive income so you can retire early. Freaking awesome. All right, book number 3 is Winning, also by Tim Grover. Yes, Tim Grover is the freaking man, and this book came out recently in 2021, so I had to read it because Relentless was just so damn good. And yes, Winning lived up to its expectations. Relentless had a lot of stories between Tim and Michael Jordan, but Winning had lots of stories between Tim and Kobe Bryant. Winning, just like Relentless, is a mindset book, and it really talks about the concepts of what it takes not to just win, but to consistently win again and again. Although it mentions a lot of basketball and being an athlete, a lot of these ideas can be taken into work, being an entrepreneur, and basically anything that requires you to compete. This book was really motivating. Tim Grover is really good at being in your face and just going hard. I really love this book because he is so real. He basically mentions that, hey, winning is ugly, and if you want to win, you will sacrifice a lot of your time with your loved ones, your life will be unbalanced, and you will need to go through hell over and over again. But guess what? Winners don't care. They're willing to do that in order to win, because that's what winners do. All they want to do is win. Lastly, he mentions how if you want to be a winner, you need to act with urgency and understand that we have limited time on earth, and sometimes it's cut short. So if you want to be a winner, act with urgency. And he ties up all of this with, of course, the death of Kobe Bryant. I found that so powerful because it is true. We really don't know when our time is up. So do your best to be the best person you can be and do whatever it takes to win while we're here on earth. All right, book number 4 is Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. This book was really awesome because the author, Grant Cardone, is a big time real estate investor. And since I'm a real estate investor too, it was great seeing and understanding how this man thinks and his approach to his business. This book, just like Winning and Relentless, is a hardcore, raw, in-your-face energy kind of book. So by now, I'm sure you guys are starting to see a pattern with me and my taste in books. I really like books that just, slap me in the face with energy because that's how I approach life. If you don't know who Grant Cardone is, he is a very, in-your-face person, tons of energy, lots of charisma, and he approaches goals with this concept called 10x. Whatever your main goal is, 10x it. If you want to sell 10 houses, set a goal for 100. If you want to make $1 million, set a goal for 10 million. This idea or mentality of 10x is so outrageous, but if you do that, it will force you to level up than you normally would. So in order to even attempt to accomplish your goals, you need to be locked in. You need to be focused. And the only way to do that at that level of 10x is to be obsessed. And it's true, you can't have distractions, you can't be bothered by haters, you can't let shiny objects get your attention, and you have to be disciplined. If not, then you're just average. And in this book, Grant does a really good job of driving that into your mind. Book number 5 is $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. This book is a really good and technical one. Wow. It's new and it just released last year as well. The author, Alex Hormozi, is a young entrepreneur who scaled several businesses to $100 million in revenue each. He also recently started a YouTube channel in 2021, which is how I found him. His videos have a ton of value, and I've learned lots of stuff just by watching them and especially reading this book. The tagline of this book is how to make offers so good people feel stupid saying no. And that's exactly what this book teaches you. Wow. It is a business book, but essentially it's 100% all sales. Everything from how to be a good salesman, the psychology behind sales, how to increase your prices and charge more, how to provide value, how to enhance your offer, and all of this while learning how to beat your competition. As I said before, this book is very technical, lots of ideas, concepts, strategies, and basically all about sales. Really good book, check it out. All right, the last book, book number 6, is The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. This was one of the first books I ever listened to on Audible. It was recommended to me by a very good friend who has a very successful media company. I loved it so much I decided to listen to it again in 2021, and it is still so good. The author, Michael Gerber, made this a really simple and easy book to understand. He talks about all the things you need to do and know in order to make a business not only profitable and successful, but also to turn your business into a business that can run on its own without you. Wow. It's such a great business book, and the main point behind this book was to understand that if your business relies on you, then you do not own a business. In fact, the business owns you, and really at that point, you don't own a business, you work for a job. As a business owner, you need to create systems and processes so that your business does not need you in order to operate. That way, you can go on vacation and have freedom, and your business will still continue to produce. You need to turn your business into a machine that can operate on autopilot. And then, hey, maybe, after all of that, you can one day exit the business and sell it for a large sum of money. This is important because you can't sell your business if it needs you in it now, can you? So there you have it, guys. Those were my favorite top 6 books of 2021. I hope that these were some books that you haven't heard of yet so that you can go check them out. And if you did read some of these books, please let me know what you think about those books in the comments below. For 2022, I'll be doing the same thing and just reading a bunch of books at my own pace and continue to learn. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next time.